Hi guys, I'm Julia and I just came back from the cinema and I watched Divergent. It came out on Thursday here in Germany and today is Saturday and yes, I just came out and I went with my friend Lena from Lena's Welt der Bücher. I'm going to link her channel down below. Though she's a German channel, so she's only making videos in German, but if you know German, go check her out. So, since I just came back, it's all freshly in my mind, though I made some notes, because we had a break in the movie, which was pretty annoying, and which was also pretty annoying. Right before us, there was the Lego movie, and some stupid little child had a balloon with him, and the balloon was on the ceiling, and what we saw was that the end of the balloon, the string, was directly in front of the beamer, so the whole movie over we saw the stupid string on the faces of the actors and in the middle of the movie. It was so annoying. But they told us, because they couldn't get the balloon down, so they told us we could go and get our money back, but hello, I'm at the cinema and I want to watch Divergent now, so I won't go out and get my money back. So we endured it, but anyway, this had nothing to do with the movie, so let's start. So, my opinion and all, this movie is freaking awesome. I mean, there were some changes, but it's a book to movie adaptation, there are always changes, and I'm used to it, but except for that Yurara wasn't there, it was pretty bearable and nothing too bad. So, if you have doubts to see the movie, don't have them. It's really awesome and you should go watch the movie. So, now I'm going to discuss the points a little bit more in detail. So, we start with the explaining of the fractions, which is pretty cool because they explained it really good. And if you haven't read the books, you could get it and you knew what was going on. So then we have the testing, and I really love how they did it with the serum and how it all looked, and this mirror version there with the dog and Tris was pretty awesome. So then the choosing ceremony was also really cool and I liked it, though I had it a little bit different in my mind, but yes, that's always. But it looked pretty awesome. So, the next point that I have, the knife throwing scene. That was also really cool, but what bothered me was that Thor wasn't taunting Tris like, come on Thor, yes. Come on Tris, don't blink, don't flinch. And I missed it a little bit. And also what I found so funny in all the fighting scenes, how they just stood there like this. I mean, you don't fight like this, you don't stand there. It was more like choreographing a dancing scene or something like that looked so funny. But yeah, otherwise it was good. So, then we have to capture the flag. It looked so epic. Like, the flags looked so cool, and also how Tris gets to the Ferris wheel and starts climbing, and how Thor is like, I think we're up high enough, and Tris is like, no, it's not enough, and he was like, I think so, and then she's like, you're afraid of heights? That was so awesome, and also how he saved her from falling down, and this whole view from the Ferris wheel, that was so epic. then the thing that bothered me was that Tris got the flag and not Christina. I mean, that's a really important point in the book, so that Tris is really pissed off at Christina that she has all the room for her, and yes, and Christina is mad at Tris because she's like, you want all the fame for you, and yes, that bothered me that Tris was the one with the flag. But right after that, we have the ziplining scene, and oh my gosh, this scene is so awesome. It was one of my favorite scenes. It looked so epic how Tris was gliding down there, and the view of the city and all these buildings that were right beside her, and how she could stretch out her hand and nearly touch it. But also because of the Allegiant ending, I was in tears. I just could... The only thing in my mind was the ending of Allegiant, and it really tipped me up, and I started to cry, and I'm glad that I didn't, but it was really heart-wrenching when you read Allegiant. Then we have the field landscapes, and they looked pretty awesome. And the scene where Tris is in her landscape and then the ravens come down on her, that looked so realistic, that was awesome. Then there's a thing that bothered me, and that was that we didn't have the ice stabbing in the movie. I think it was a little bit too vicious for a PG-13 movie, but that was an important scene, and they didn't have it in the movie. Yes, but whatever. And what I really loved was the whole scenery with the pit that looked pretty cool, and the chasm, though I missed the waterfall, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think the first kiss from Tris and Thor was behind the waterfall and not in Thor's room, and that's the reason why I think the kiss wasn't that emotional like I thought it would be. But the kiss was pretty awesome anyway. And what I just recognized at the end of the movie was that at the beginning nobody was named. Nearly all the other names, they never said them. It was only Tris and Thor and Janine and Caleb, and that was pretty much it with the naming of the characters. That was a little bit confusing. So, and I really loved it, how they went through Thor's field landscape, and yes, that's a pretty important scene in the book, and I'm glad that they let that in. And then at the end of the movie, the big fighting scene where all of them are like mind-controlled soldiers, that was pretty cool and pretty accurate. Though what bothered me was that Janine was like, shoot Tris, and that Tris wasn't in the water thing. And that she wasn't drowned, but that she was to be shot, and then that Haram saved her. That bothered me a little bit, that they changed it, because that was Tris' fear that came to life in the book, and in the movie it wasn't there. So, when Tris' mom got shot, I think they changed it also a little bit, because it didn't seem like Triss's mom was shot at all, and in the book I think she ran there in the alley and let her shoot so that Triss could run away. And yes, changes. So then we have the ending scene, and I'm pretty sure that in the book it was just 4 in the control room. And yeah, I'm pretty much 100% sure. So why did they change it, and why was Janine there, and why did Triss shoot Janine, and I'm not really shooting but throwing the knife at her, and why did Janine delete the program? That bothered me nearly the most, except for the Uriah thing. But that was... why did they change that? They could have just let 4 be there, and then that 4 deletes it, but no, we have this whole thing of people. And yes, that was a little bit irritating when you read the books. So what I absolutely loved was the scene where Triss wanted to shoot Peter, and he was like, go ahead, you won't shoot me anyway. And Triss was like, why keeps everybody saying that I won't do it? And then she shoots him. It was really funny, and our whole cinema laughed at that. And yeah, this was really one of my favorite lines in the whole movie. Yes, so that was it from the points that I wanted to discuss. And all in all, I think it was a pretty awesome movie, like I said in the beginning, and we have always changes, but that's not so bad here, and I think it was pretty good. And now a little bit about the actors. So I'm not the biggest fan of Theo James, and when he was casted I was like, he looks way too old, and sadly I have to keep this opinion, and he looks like he's 30 and not 18 like 4. So yes, but his acting was good, and so I can see over the age. And then we have Shailene, and Shailene did it pretty awesome. I believed everything that she did, especially the scenes where her mom died, and then the scene where she had to shoot Edward, and it was pretty believable. So Shailene really did surprise me, and she was the best actress of the whole movie, I have to say. And yes, that's it for the main actors, and I have to say all the other actors were pretty good too, and you believe what was going on, and that's the most important thing. Some people say that the movie was boring, but I didn't think that. I mean, the first one isn't that action-packed, and yes, I think it wasn't boring at all. It was enough action there, especially with the fight and training scenes, and then a big action scene at the end of the movie. So it's my opinion, I liked it. So thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!